another thing that shows what's wrong with America. This is from Matthew, who's here tonight. Matthew, thanks for this. I rarely get dialogue. This is, I used to work for an electronics retailer, and this conversation pretty much summed up every day at work. Me, hi, how can I help you? Them, I want to pay my bill. Okay, for what? For me? No, not who, for what? What? Yes. Yes, what? Let me try again. What do you want to pay your bill for? For me. For your card? For your phone? My phone. Great. What phone? This phone. He holds the phone up in the air. No. Who's your phone with? I don't know. He looks at the phone. Samsung. No, not who made your phone, the service. I don't have phone service, just this one. Your phone doesn't work? It works, that's why I want to pay my bill. It works, that's why I want to pay Bill. His grammar, not mine. So, you do have phone service? No phone service, just cell phone. Okay, then who's the cell phone with? Samsung? No. Whose bill are you paying? Mine. Who are you giving the money to? You. Okay, I asked for one, I asked for that one. Okay, what company is your cell phone with? Boost Mobile. Thank you. How much? How much what? You paying? Yes. Yes, what? Yes, I paying. No. Sighing again. How much are you paying? I don't know. Well, what did you pay last time? I don't know. Third base. What? Nothing. How long have you had your phone for? A month? Okay, so it's brand new. No, I got it last month. I ignore the comment. So you paid $55. I guess, can't you look it up? We don't keep a record on our computers of your account, but it should be $55. What's your phone number? I don't know. I reach out for the phone as the customer places it in my hand, looks up the number, enter it into the system, take his money, hand him his receipt without so much as another spoken word spoken between us. Well done.
And it was said about him that they didn't really anticipate what was going to happen. That's what he said, that they weren't truly informed. And then, just a few months ago, they showed footage of the president sitting around in a meeting where they were fucking informing him. Kind of makes you dizzy. And then there was a whole group of people who said, see, the president was involved. Look at it. Okay, yeah, he was involved at the meeting. And before the meeting, he wasn't involved, then he was involved, and then he forgot where he was. You can't say he was involved when we saw that he didn't do shit. You just can't fucking say that. You can't. It's just, and there has to come a point where Democrats and Republicans, where we see a piece of footage and we just agree on what the fuck reality is. And the fact is, you cannot show video of a Land Rover running over a cat and then say the cat was trying to kill itself. I'm going to need at least 3 days to find the note that he left. I did, though, have a breakthrough. About 6 months ago, I was home alone watching the president speak on television. So it was just really the two of us. And as I listened to him, I realized that one of us was nuts. And for the first time ever, I went, wow, it's not me. Now, I'm sure that some Republicans out there went, whoa, you've stepped over the line there, Mr. Black. You're going too far. Nuts? Well, look, it's not that I'm saying that Kerry would have been any better. I mean, let's face it. When you went into that voting booth, you had a choice between two bowls of shit. The only difference was the smell. How did you Democrats find Kerry? What is the matter with you people? Did you not listen to him talk? The first time I heard him speak, after 2 paragraphs, I said, fuck, I don't have enough breadcrumbs to get home. The fact of the matter is, for the Democrats not to be able to find somebody who could have defeated George Bush is beyond belief. It's stunning. It would be like finding a normal person who would lose in the Special Olympics. It's quite simply that we don't know what we're doing anymore. You know? Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, all hit by this huge storm, and the U.S. government watched it as if it were a made-for-TV movie. Holy shit, I didn't know it was on tonight. Where'd they get all the extras? And those special effects are spectacular. The man who took the brunt of the blame was Michael Brown. Michael Brown was the head of FEMA. FEMA, I always thought was a bone here in your ass. Coccyx, FEMA, hoo-da-ha, whatever it is. And the job that prepared Michael Brown for FEMA was he was the head of the Arabian Horse Association. You can see the connection there. Not even a great fiction writer could come up with that. He ran horse shows, and he was fired from that job. He ran horse shows. Anybody in this room can run a horse show. You'll be drunk for 3 days and vomiting at will. You can run a horse show. I know because I used to go to horse shows. Not of my own volition. I had a girlfriend, and her sister was an equestrian. Equestrian, by the by, that's the gayest word in the English language. As a matter of fact, I thought Brokeback Mountain should have been called Two Equestrians. There is nothing worse than going to some event that you have no interest in. I didn't give a shit, but you got to pretend. I mean, what do you say? It's a horse show. Look at the cock on that one. I'd say he's a winner if he doesn't trip over it. All you need to run a horse show is the ability to say, next. The strangest job that I've had in quite some time occurred last year when I was invited to perform at the Congressional Correspondents' Dinner here in Washington, D.C. I couldn't believe they called. I said, have all the other comics died? Have you seen my act? What are you thinking? Do you want me to just come in and scare them? Boogie, boogie, boogie. Being born and raised around here, I wasn't really sure that's what I wanted to do. I knew these people, and there are going to be 2,000 of them there. These are the people, the White House staff, the Congress, congressional staff, correspondents, lawyers, lobbyists, 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 lobbyists. All of the movers and shakers here in Washington. And the President of the United States would be seated right here. I would be here, and he would be here. I would turn, and there'd be. I could pet him. To give you an idea of the degree of difficulty of this gig, it is, and this is very graphic. My job as a comedian is to go into the audience and take the stick that is wedged firmly up each and every one of their asses, take it out ever so slowly, sniff it. I told you. Place it back from whence it came, and then turn to them and go, you're absolutely right. Your shit doesn't stink. I called my parents, who still live around here, and I told them about the job, and I said, I don't think I want to do it. I don't think I want to take it. These people are way, way too uptight. And my parents said, you better fucking take it! We lived here all our lives. We never get to see shit like that. So I called the gentleman up who called me and said, I'll do it because my parents are making me. The first thing he said was, you can't use any bad language. And I said, well, it's going to be a short evening. You mean bad language, like language that one might use at the fucking Kennedy Center? There's no such thing as bad language. I don't believe that anymore. It's ridiculous. They call it a debasing of the language. No. We are adults. These are the words that we use to express frustration, rage, anger, in order that we don't pick up a tire iron and beat the shit out of somebody. What do people say? What is the good language you're supposed to use that's supposed to help you overcome certain things? What do people say who don't use those words? Somebody who after 40 years loses their job, is fired, let's say, or let go, and they lose their pension and their welfare and their benefits. They lose everything. They sit on the couch all day going, oh, pussy feathers. Sassafras, sassafras, sassafras. I know you don't use bad language in front of these people. I understand that. Okay? Because these people are the movers and the shakers. These are the people who are our first line of defense when it comes to the terrorist threat. But the word shit makes them cry. Why did he say poopy? Why did he say poopy? The White House, it turned out, had called and wanted to know if I was going to bash the president. And I said I hadn't thought of it until just this moment. I am certainly not going to bash the president because he is right here. He could hit me right in the nutsack. And I'm not going to wear a cup while I perform. It chafes, it chafes. He asked me to do my act. He apologized. He said, I really hate to do this to you, but he said, you know, if it was up to me, I think it'd be fine, but because I think the president has a great sense of humor. And I said, I will be the judge of that. And then he said, the reason he had to hear the act was because the president's handlers wanted to know what I was going to say in order to be sure that the president could handle it. That's the joke. I've got no joke. I've tried to come up with a joke, but it's the kind of thing you say it, and it's like you eat too much ice cream and your head freezes and a tear. The president has handlers. I know that Bill Clinton had a handler. I know that, but handlers? The president has handlers? What is he, like a bear? What, do they need a big chunk of meat to get him from meeting to meeting? Come on. Come on. Let's go over here. We're going to Air Force One. He needs handlers? Are you kidding me? The president who said to the terrorists, bring it on? The dumbest thing ever uttered by anyone, anywhere. He's the president. He's the leader of the free world, and I am Schmucky the Clown. You're gonna tell me I could say something? And he would laugh so hard his head would start spinning and he'd be spitting up, and then he'd jump up and start going nuts and running around. Holy fuck, get the meat! Somebody get the meat! Jesus, get the meat already! Look, he's out in the audience, he's biting Democrats.